I am so glad I came across a video on YouTube about Selena and Yolanda. I've been wanting to talk about this for a very long time. It's about what happened to her, because nobody's going to know what happened that day when they were in the hotel room. Nobody's going to know what was said. Nobody's going to know nothing at all, you know? And that's sad. That is so sad because, you know, I want to know what happened. I want to know why Selena was killed, you know, because, and the answer is happened in that hotel room, and the only person that knows is Yolanda, you know, and she's never gonna fucking admit to shit, nothing. So freaking yeah, that's why I want to make this video and talk about it, because, you know, there's just too many shit that people said on what they think on what they think happened, and it just, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense whatsoever, you know. But what I think happened and what I think could possibly be true makes sense, you know. And I really don't care what anybody fucking thinks out there. I don't care. I don't care. I honestly don't care what anyone's gonna think about this video of mine. I don't give a shit, you know. Freaking, you know, Selena was one of my biggest role models. Like, I wanted to be that lady. Literally, I wanted to be her, you know, when I was little. And, I mean, I freaking wanted to be her. Like, I acted like her. I thought I was her sometimes, you know. So, you know, Selena, she was a big part of my life growing up, you know. And it's sad that this bitch, you know, took her life the way she did. You know what I mean? But anyways, I saw this video on YouTube where this chick said that, you know, she saw this video because this guy, I guess, you know, he was one of those guys that, like, one of those people that like to, you know, contact the dead and shit, you know? Well, he actually went to the hotel room where Selena was killed. He, you know, went in there, and he had a you know, that box or whatever that the spirits go on and shit. Well, he's sitting there and he's talking and trying to contact Selena, you know. Well, he contacts a spirit. Like, he's talking to a spirit, and the spirit even sounds like Selena, you know. Well, this spirit that he contacted acted just like Selena, like sounded just like her and acted like her, because Selena, she was, you know, she was very friendly. Like, she got along with so many people, you know. She was one of those people that if you just met her, you know, she'd be your friend right away. You know, that's the type of person she was, you know. And she was always giggly and laughing and shit. Well, this spirit was like that. The spirit he was talking to acted just like that. And well, he's over here asking the spirit questions, and he's like, oh, you know, talking about Yolanda and all that shit, and she's, you know, and the spirit says yes, and then he goes, so Selena, everybody wants to know what happened here in this room. We all want to know what happened to you, Selena. And all of a sudden she says dad, right? The spirit says dad. And he's like, dad, you know. And he said, what about your dad, you know? And she kept, like, saying little words like room and dad, and, you know. And so fucking, he's just thinking to himself, he's like, what the hell, you know, like, what does the dad have to do with their discussion in this room, you know? Like, he was like, what the fuck, you know? Well, the chick that seen it, you know, and the chick that was talking about it in her video, she was saying that she thinks that everybody, anything you guys hear in this video, it is not true, okay? You know, what this chick thinks and what I think, none of it is true. We will never know what actually happened in that hotel room, but this is just what we think could have happened, you know? But anyways, you know, she says dad and shit, and so the chick that was making the video about him, she was like, well, she goes, she was like, I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking maybe, maybe, since she did have Selena take her to the hospital to get checked for being raped, she was like, I'm thinking maybe she probably, told Selena that maybe her dad tried to hit on her or something, or something like that. And Selena wasn't taking it. Selena got mad, and, and she was probably going to leave to go tell her dad, and that's probably when Yolanda killed her. And she was like, she was like, that's not what really happened. This is just what I think. And I was like, no, I mean, that is a possibility, but I was like, I don't think so, because that does not sound anything of what could have happened, Well, I think what happened is, I think, because there's also rumors how supposedly Selena and her family were part of the Illuminati, or, part of the devil worshipping shit, and that supposedly Selena was sacrificed, and, there's just a bunch of stupid rumors, Well, I'm thinking, like, well, what if they're not rumors? What if it's true or something, because the Quintanillas got super rich after she passed away, They weren't that rich when she was alive. I mean, they were rich, but not as rich as they are now, and how the dad is about, if you try to sell anything with Selena's name on it, he will sue you, that's how he is, if you don't have no information, no permission from them, they will sue you, and if you want anything about Selena, like her merchandise or anything, you have to go through them, that's just how they are, and I think when Selena, took Yolanda and all that, I think Yolanda was hired to kill her. Well, anyways, I think all that stealing her money shit, I think all that was fake. Now, again, people, what I'm saying, it's not true, okay? It is not true, it did not happen, and we will never know what happened. This is just a theory I think could have happened. Well, I think all that shit was fake. I don't think her money was stolen at all. I just think that was just something to lure Selena into the trap, And I think Yolanda was hired to kill her. And since she was friends with Selena, I think she probably warned Selena. She probably told Selena what the fuck her dad was going to do. And Selena, loving, was her father's favorite. She probably was like, excuse me? She probably looked at Yolanda like a fucking psychopath. Like, what the fuck? And turned around and was going to leave. And so Yolanda decided, fuck it. And did the job, Because we don't know how Yolanda is in prison. We don't know shit. We don't know anything, how she's living or nothing. We don't know. But you know what? Since she was the one that killed Selena, fuck that shit. I think she probably went there, told Selena what she was going to do, and that's Selena tried to run for her life, and she killed her, But yeah, I think that could have happened, And because we don't know how she's living in prison. We don't know shit. For all we know, she's probably living it up from getting paid from the dad, we don't know. We don't know anything about her life in prison. We don't know. For all we know, she's probably living it up somewhere, And for these stupid ass fucking fake interviews, she has to look like she's been in prison. You know what I mean? But We don't know shit where Yolanda is right now, or what she's doing, or how she's living. We don't know shit, you know? I mean, she's not even with other prisoners, you know what I mean? So we don't know shit. And, but yeah, that's what I think could have happened, because it all makes sense, you know? It all makes sense. And how the dad is, you know, about, you know, with their money and shit. Because they got super rich after she died. They got super fucking rich after she died. But you know what? None of that is true, though. You know, it's just what I think, you know? And so I hope to God nobody tries to say, oh, yeah, the dad. No, please don't do that, because for all I know, it's not even true. You know, it's not true. You know what I mean? Because we don't have any proof that is true. You know, it's just something that I think could have happened, you know? I just think it could have happened. You know what I mean? That could have happened because of, you know, the timeline and all that shit and what happened. But freaking with the dad over there flirting with fucking Yolanda shit, that it doesn't go with how Selena died, you know? Now, the way I think could have happened does, because, you know, because like I said, we don't know how she's living right now, Yolanda, you know? And I mean, Selena was worth more dead than alive, you know? That's so sad, because she was a star, you know? She was a fucking star. And her life was taken for who knows what reason. Who knows? But she was a fucking star. Again, what I just said is not true. That's not what happened, okay? It's just something that I think could have happened. And again, too, if that could have happened, I don't think the mom, I don't think the sister, AB, Chris, I don't think they knew about it. If what I said is true, I don't think they knew about it. None of them knew about it but the dad. Because it's just weird how freaking when people are, you know, celebrating her life and shit on stage and shit, you know, the mom, everybody, they're all crying, you know, but the dad is not shedding a tear, and he's just standing there, just looking around and looking at everybody with this like ugly look on his face. And it's like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? You know, like, the world is admiring and missing your daughter, and all you can do is just stand there and bad dogging everybody. You know, like, what the hell? That's weird, you know? But it's just, you know, the dad, it's just weird. It's just so weird. You know, instead of him there with his wife, hugging her and crying, and, you know, no, he's just standing there, like, looking at everybody, like, ready to be like, what do you want? You know, yeah, but the mom, Suzette, AB, Chris, I don't think they had anything to do with what happened to Selena. I don't think they had anything to do with it, because, you know, they didn't. I don't think they knew shit. And if what I said is true, the only person that knows is the father. And it's just weird how, you know, when they celebrate her life, he's there mad dogging everybody. Like, if he wants to go on stage and be like, you know what, you guys have no authority doing this, I'm taking you out of court and suing you. You know, that it looks like that's what he wants to do, you know, because that's how he is. You know what I mean? If you try to sell something under Selena's name, he'll sue you. You know, he'll literally have people look for you and sue you. You know, just like how he wanted to sue Chris, because Chris wanted to, you know, do a little thing for Selena. He sued him. And see, Chris is stupid, because Chris should have never gave the dad permission or anything. He gave the dad all the rights to Selena. He should have never did that, you know? He should have never did that. So now the dad has all these fucking rights to Selena, and, you know, it's just, you know, if you try to sell something with Selena's name on it, he'll look for you, he'll find you, and he'll sue you. you know? Like, who knows what? He might fucking even find me and try to kill me for even saying this shit, you know? And Chris gave them all of Selena's belongings, gave them all to her family, you know? He didn't keep shit. He gave everything to them, you know, all her outfits, everything, you know? And he should have never did that. He should have never did that, you know? He should have at least kept something, you know? But no, he gave it all to them. Her makeup, everything, you know, because there's a video I seen of Suzette saying that, you know, Chris gave her all of Selena's makeup and all her shit, you know? And it's like, really? Like, come on. Really, Chris? You know, like, you could have kept something of hers, you know, but he didn't. He gave it all to them. And, you know, and it's just, but again, people, this did not happen. This is not true. The dad didn't do any of those things I said. He did not do it. It's just something that I think could have happened if he did, you know? But yeah, if he did, trust me, he would have got caught. He would have been right there in prison with Yolanda, you know? But it did not happen. Why? Because it just didn't happen. That didn't happen, you know? But yeah, you know, he's just an asshole. The dad's a fucking dick, you know? And he would, like I said, he'll sue anybody that tries to use Selena's name in anything. He'll sue you. But yeah, everybody, that's enough for tonight. Again, the father did not do any of the things that I said, because it's not true. It's just something I think could have happened if it did happen, you know? But it didn't. So you know, if you are barely finding out and wanting to know about Selena, trust me, you will love her. And you know, she's just somebody that you'll want to know more about, you know, because that's just what type of star she is, you know. And I'll always miss Selena. I listen to her music sometimes, but her music will always go on. Nobody will never forget about Selena. She's always going to be there, you know. But yeah, that's all for tonight, and I hope everyone has a good night. And but yeah, what I said about with the dad, none of that is true. None of it. He did not do any of those things. But yeah, have a good night, everybody.